Hello, class. Welcome to Be Open Yoga with Noelle. Seems a little bit dark because we are going to talk about Savasana and the act of practicing dying in corpse pose. So if this is a little too dark for you, well, it's actually a little informational, and we're just going to lie down together for about 5-6 minutes. I have my albums, of course, behind me that I want to share and tell you about a little bit. But corpse pose, Savasana, a lot of people come to this. It's the last pose of a class, and it's usually when we're wiped out, tired, ready to just fall asleep, so to speak. But it is not sleep, not wakefulness. It's almost like this subconscious area where we can go and let ourselves be. Understand that we all are going to leave this physical earth someday. So our practice is about that time spent in those four corners to be reborn almost. So corpse pose is the last thing that we do. We die and we shed what was holding us back, and we become unstuck from those things that are holding us down and making us feel bad or guilty or sad. So breathing and pretending that you just got finished with a really productive, active, or maybe not even an active class, but maybe it was even just something that your mind and your whole body experienced something that spoke to you, and now you just need to let it be. So some of the music that I share in my live classes for the death class, which I really have a hard time presenting because it seems like a morbid subject, but the closer we become comfortable with death and practice it, so to speak, and live our lives daily so that we're going to be at peace when that time comes, that's what that's all about in yoga. So Spirit is a great band, has a song called Nature's Way, and of course we all know Don't Fear the Reaper, and all things must pass, but we carry on. For that every death that happens, one child is born. And the Beatles, of course, Within You, Without You, and David Bowie, my heart. So anyway, let's just relax and remember that being in this space and being at peace. Corpse pose is usually on the back, obviously. And just feel your shoulders melt as you just lift up and down a couple of times, a few times. Mold yourself here. One hand on the belly or abdomen and one hand on the heart. Sometimes is a nice way to end and feel your body move with the breath, or you can just be very, very still with palms up for receiving. Palms face down for grounding. Patanjali, yoga instructor, calls ignorance the act of avoidance. Avoid ignorance. Accept that this physical world will no longer be your existence. But your energy can live on. Through daily practice, practicing the art of kindness and patience. When we awake from a corpse pose with small movement, or whatever movement awakens you. There are no rules. Awaken in your time, or maybe just stay in corpse pose. Relishing stillness without sleeping. Eventually roll to one side or the other after bringing knees into the chest. Being grateful for mind, body, and soul. We lie as an embryo before pressing ourselves up to a seated. Meditation moment here. Dying at the end of our practice to remind us to live. Thank you so much for practicing a little Savasana with me. Peace be with you. Namaste.